Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 60 of the Let's Run Facebook Ads podcast with myself, Nick Boddington. Now, today I'm going to talk to you about copy and creative, really, and the difference between trying to get low-hanging fruit that you've heard us talk about, which is basically going to get the lead straight away, or educating people. I'm going to show you 4 weeks of examples of how this has worked. We did it as a test. We knew what the outcome was going to be, and it won. But also, if you're interested in speaking to me or having me look over your ads, literally, I go on, you share your screen, and we go really in depth into what's working on your ads and what's not. And if nothing's working, how do we make it work? Then you need to go to the Ads Clinic. Go to theadsclinic.com, fill in the calendar form, schedule a time with me. It's all free for 30 minutes. I'll look at your ads. And if you like it, then you can bring me on as a coach. Chargeable, of course, but it's going to help you go in the right direction. We haven't had anyone yet who doesn't like the outcome. So give it a go. Anyway, let's get into the podcast. Hi, everybody. Right. So we've spoken a lot in these podcasts about getting things right with your creative. We look at top of funnel, bottom of funnel, middle of funnel, all this sort of stuff. But I want to just keep this one nice, short and brief. And I want to explain to you the difference between, and by explaining, I'm actually going to read out the copy and explain the ads that we're going to at the boat, all at the top of funnel. But I want you to really grasp an understanding over really thinking about what you're putting in front of your audience. Now, this particular client is a hearing aids client. So, getting a new hearing aid is quite an expensive thing. I think it's £2,500 to get your hearing test. Now, what this company does quite uniquely is they can send a test pack out to you. So you can do this at home. So you have to obviously set an appointment. They'll send a test pack out to you. You can do it at home, get it in, get it back to them, go through the whole sort of procedure and get your new hearing aids. Now, obviously, we're going for an older demographic, which Facebook is absolutely perfect for. And we've had some really, really good results. But what I want to go into now is the difference between, because we only looked at this morning and it's kind of made me think, God, it always works like this. I'm going to do this on the podcast today. So I'm going to explain to you and read out to you what we're doing. So we've got 3 ads going, top of funnel ads. And now these are going for on Facebook leads. So we're not sending them to a landing page. This is collecting the information on Facebook. And then that is being sent through to the salespeople at the particular hearing aid company. Now, three are going on. They've got the same budgets each, and I want to explain the difference between them. Okay, and we're going to look over what I've done, or what my team have done on the creative, and what we're saying on the ads to make people want to put themselves through as a lead, give their information across. The first one is to do with hearing loss. The second one is 5 tips for hearing loss, and the other one is free hearing test at home. One of them has had 4 leads coming out at £48 a lead. One of them's had 22 leads coming out at £9 a lead. And the other one's had 13 leads coming out at £15 a lead. So there are 2 absolute winners there, with one being an absolute winner. And then one of them is losing quite considerate for. Now, we're able to make a decision here and turn off one of them. And yep, you guessed it, we're going to turn off the one that's only had 4 leads, and we're going to move the budget into the one that has had more leads. We'll probably actually split this over the one that's had 13 and 22. And now I know there's near enough of 50%, but there's still not enough of a decision. There's not enough data there for me to make a decision, because all it takes is to have a really good week coming up, and the one that's got 13 might move up to 20, and the other one that's got 22 currently might move up to 27. So it means that we've actually, we've slimmed down the amount. So it's too soon to say that. But let's get into what we've done here. So let's start with the worst one. Okay, so I'm going to click through here. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm going to read it out to you. This one is going for what we call our low-hanging fruit. This is going out completely cold to an audience of 50 plus in all of the UK. Okay, we're not doing anything else. Really, really simple. 50 plus, all of the UK. Now the ad just says, it's got a picture of a husband and wife sitting on the sofa. It looks like someone, it's kind of blurred out at the front, but you can see someone like holding up a laptop or a tablet explaining how the procedure works for their home testing. Book your with the text alongside saying, book your free at-home hearing assessment this month. Okay. And the text above the ad is free hearing test in the comfort of your own home this month. Headline, free at-home hearing test. Now, what we're doing here is the same as the other ads I'm going to go over. We're going straight in for the kill. Okay. And we wanted to test this out. We always test. Like, I know we are always going to come through with, we kind of guessed the things that are going to work, but we're always testing just in case. So this one's going in straight for the kill of saying, hey, hoping that someone recognizes that they've got trouble with their hearing, book in for a test. Okay, that's had 4 leads. Now, if I go back to the next one, which is 13 leads, hearing lost. Same again, 50 plus men and women UK wide. Okay, now let's have a look what this says. So this one here is now a carousel with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. So 7 slides, we call them cards. Okay, headline is, well, actually the main text, body text is, more often than not, hearing loss comes on gradually and goes unchecked, as it is less noticeable than a sudden change in hearing. Here's 5 quick ways to check in on your hearing. Now we move down onto the actual carousel cards. Headline, book your free at-home hearing, with the text with a girl on there wearing some headphones. 5 quick questions to ask yourself about your hearing. Next card. Are you often asking people to repeat themselves? Now, what we've done is we've been quite quirky here. We've got this particular one, it's got 2 old people there, an old guy holding his ear up. The other one's got a megaphone, like literally shouting into his ear, and the headline, can you hear me? So we're trying to be a bit more quirky. We're trying to obviously just think outside the box. We want to come away from the boringness of what a lot of advertising is and just make it a little bit tongue in cheek. Third slide is another guy wearing a suit and headphones, cheering. Do your friends and family tell you to turn your TV or radio down? And I know that I had that with my dad. Unfortunately, he's passed away now. But when, for the last 15 years, if I ever walked into my parents' lounge, the TV would be blaring. So with the headline, TV or music on too loud. Next card, are you finding it difficult to hear on the phone? Next card, are conversations getting harder to follow? And with the last card being, if you said yes, you might have hearing issues, with a big picture of an ear, book a free at-home hearing test today. Order your free home test. Now, you can already see that this has had, it's had likes, it's had some comments, and it's had a decent amount of leads. This is what is interesting to us, because we want, we're bringing people into a conversation. Okay, we're taking people along a journey. So even though we go on top of funnel, and even though we are going for, we want people to actually click and get a lead for them, we're not just asking for their information. We're taking them through a journey on a carousel, making them more aware of us. They're interacting with us, they're engaging with the ad, and they've built confidence at it to go, yeah, just in that split second, might have only taken them 30 seconds, but that 30 seconds has taken them a little bit of a journey, enough so for them to go, actually, I'm going to look at that and I'm going to get a hearing test. Okay, so let's now look into the best one, which had 22 leads in a short period of time, coming at £9 a lead. This one, again, 50 plus wide, men and women in the UK, 50 plus UK, 50 plus age group UK wide. Right, so let's have a look at this one. This is headline now is, sorry, the main, I always call it headline, main body of text. Admitting you have a hearing problem can be difficult, but you don't have to miss out on making more incredible memories due to hearing loss. We'll visit you in your home to carry out a free hearing assessment at a time that suits you. We've helped thousands of people take control of their hearing, so come and see us. So you can see here that we're obviously bringing in the fact that we've helped thousands of people. So it's creating that trust. We're taking them a little bit, explaining how the procedure works. You know, it's at home. We don't want them to miss out. We're sort of going into their emotion with incredible memories, making sure you can hear properly and things like that. These things are annoying. And we've gone for 5 reasons now. 5 reasons to get your hearing checked today, with the headline of get your free at-home hearing checked. We've now got another one. So we're going a bit emotional now. We've got a man and his wife and his granddaughter. Hear your family more clearly. We've got two guys playing chess on the third car. Hear your friends again. So they're sitting above, at the end of a table, but they want to be able to hear each other when they're playing their chess. We've got a lady here who's at home doing some ironing, and she's listening to she's got her phone on loudspeaker. Talk to your friends with ease. So we're trying to get into the minds of people that they think, yeah, that's me. Turning the TV up too much. I've had it with my own father, someone who's got their phone on loudspeaker while they're in the house and they can't hear it properly, want it to hear better. We've got another one with an older guy, again, with their grandchildren, enjoy the day every day, and she's having to sort of whisper or shout, should I say, loudly towards his ear because he can't hear very well. At the end, we've got a woman who's literally got her hands behind her ears, pointing her ears out. Obviously, I'm trying to hear you. We're offering free home assessments all month. Get your free home assessment today on the headline. And that one created 22. Now, it's very similar to the one that created 13, which is why we're splitting the budget again evenly from the loss-making ad, because we both want to give them a chance. But there's various things that could go into it. What we've got to start looking into next is what carousel card most people click from. Now, because of the iOS 14 problems we've had, there are certain things we can't get from Facebook anymore. It's just not as intuitive as it used to be. There are lots of things. We can look at which one's got the most link clicks, which card got people to click through. We can look at all these sort of things. So we're going to test these things out more. But what we can go back to our client with now is to say, we're starting to see a pattern of what things are engaging with the audience, where we're getting leads from. Because what happens is, we're obviously paying attention to where these leads are coming from, what ads are working, but our client wants us to get leads. Our client wants us to get high quality leads at the lowest price. So we have to pay attention to this sort of stuff and see what patterns are coming through so that we can get more leads and we can get them at a lower price. Because whether it's yourself putting more budget into your own campaigns, or whether you work as an agency or a freelance and you have clients, the clients will only stick around if you are making the money. You will only be in business if you are making money. So your advertising has to be more than just going, oh, that ad will work. I've got some creative, I've got a headline, I've got some text. I'm going to put it out there to an audience and hoping it. Because think about it, I always mention this. If we'd gone out, if this was your own campaign, or our client had done it ourselves, or we weren't an agency delivering what we should do, we would have so many times just gone with that one particular ad that we had, which is, hey, are you having trouble with your hearing? Click here and we'll contact you and send you a free pack. It hasn't worked. It's had 4 leads. We would see this campaign, we'd see this whole campaign for the client as a failure. We're not, because we're testing out different types of carousels, different types of creative, different types of hooks. Everything we're doing is different because so that we know that one thing is going to work or 2 things are going to work to get us where we want to. Otherwise, we'll lose this client. So the difference we've got is we've got a client and they're either going to double their budget every month, to which in 12 months time, if this could be a very, very lucrative client, or if it's your own business, you've got a very nice, strong business in 12 months time, or you don't test in the right way. You don't test these things out. You don't read the data and what's happening in front of you, and your business doesn't grow or doesn't go anywhere or dies. Okay. So this is the difference between these things. It's your money or your client's money. You need to look after it, put these things into place, check it every 7 days. Now, I want you to move away from just making a quick rash decision. You need to have data there. I would we look at a 7-day period. So even if we're testing something, we want a decent amount of money spent on it so we can get a decent amount of money back, and we want to give it a decent amount of time. Like Facebook says, 5 to 7 days to really optimize. So we've left this for 7 days before we made a decision on that particular ad not working. So conclusion to this podcast, take into account everything that's going on, look at different things, do a couple of carousels, do a couple of statics, do a video. I know it seems like a lot of effort, but you've seen by the amount of leads we're getting in for this client, how happy this client is, by doing those things at the beginning are going to pay dividends for us and the client moving forward into the future. I hope that helps, and I'll see you on the next podcast. Take care. Bye.